Hey everyone, it's Frosty the Dragon once again, and we're back in Minecraft because I want to show you what I've done so far. Um, I'll give you the original stuff too that we showed last video, but the main focus is going to be the new stuff I've done in this world since. I'll get back to the first area later. For now, let's cruise on over to Area 2. My my first really good mine. You notice the stairs here? Yeah, I built an entire wooden road from the entrance of the mine roughly to my emergency shelter over there. I know it's hard to see in the distance, but that is definitely my emergency shelter and workspace for the zone. I'll get to the zone structure not yet, but next, after I deal with Area 3 over here. Now, for Area 2, that's what I found is practically everything except what you'd find in the Nether. That Area 2 has been my only diamond to source and stuff like that. Now, Area 3 here, I've got the starting workings of a second farm. Yes, second farm. I'll explain that when I get back to Area 1. Alright. So, I've got a wooden road here and a dirt house with a trapdoor. This trapdoor. Yeah, when I come back to this area, I'll build another way down. Maybe we'll have a real storm cellar. And storm cellar was handy for a dirt house. Now this way just leads to another mine shaft, which barely yielded anything. And over here is, like I said, the start of a farm. I need to work on filling this in, and probably could do that right now. But yeah, I need to work on the design first and see if there's some way. Well, my original setup had wound up losing some till spots, and I assumed that I overflooded them. So yeah, I'll get back to that later. Now, one thing I didn't mention much is that in Area 3, I actually found cacti. And, well, they were right about here, in this area. And I brought them back to base for something I'll get to once I get back there. However, I think it's now due time to show that huge stone construction right in the middle of the water. Boy, oh boy, I had fun with this. I've gone over Area 2 mineral mine, Area 3, which I've dubbed dirty digging because of the dirt house. Whoops. Yeah, I have a tendency to break boats. Now we have Area 4, hydrofrack. Yes, that hydrofrack. So, yeah, this entire structure was underwater, but when I started, through some very careful application of sand and gravel, I was able to fix this up. Get a, what could be a good aquarium going, but I'll show you why I'm not using it as such yet. We have a mine shaft. This, right down here, is about all I've tried so far. This is one of those ones I'm going to expand into later. Back topside. I have to hurry this tour because I do not want to do this tour at night. I'm playing this on hard mode, and creepers, it's creeper madness. Really. Bonus points if you get any of my jokes. Okay. Now, the cacti from Area 3 went in here. And this time I don't mind if I crash the boat. Although I may be able to pull it off without doing so this time. Steer the boat right in, and yep. Wheat field is normal. I only harvest it once I get back here from certain area trips. The sugarcane can stay, as far as I care. Let's see, I only got a little time. Cactus garden, as I mentioned. Now this I'm proud of building. Area 2, in addition to all the other stuff, is the only spot that's yielded decent lava, which I've had the brains to actually harvest and put in some buckets. And as a result, it yielded obsidian. I'm going to show off with these levers. I have made a red carpeted portal to the Nether. It is going to be my area 9. And this is basically the equivalent of an airlock that I'm using here. Although it's probably just a pass gate or something like that. I'm not going over technicalities. Now, this supply depot that I had before, yeah, I wound up moving the bed from Area 1 to an outdoorsy one. And kind of an interesting one at that. That one doesn't always guarantee safety for me. As much as I can light it, sometimes you'll get monsters coming through. Anyway, this was the original storage cellar. I have a light into my pool, a window in, a middle floor storage, and the bottom floor where I keep things like what I've gotten in dungeons. Area 3 basically only yielded a bunch of cocoa beans. Can you believe it? Yeah, that's about it. Dies and prizes in the bottom floor, construction in the middle floor, and the top floor is the one I intend to use most. But I don't keep my iron and gold up here. I instead keep the iron and... oh boy. I am going to have to run into creepers during this tour, aren't I? I instead keep my iron and gold in this huge stone and glass workshop. Check it out. 17 furnaces. Do we really need 17 furnaces? No, but it helps speed up things a lot. 2 treasure chests and a workbench, and I get tons and tons of coal. I assume coal is really easy to get. Extra planks, extra sticks for tools. And that's about the extent of my diamond and gold. With one exception, the fact that I have a compass, did it update in the map? Okay, those little zones did update in the map. A compass, a map, and a timer. Now, with the redstone I found in Area 5, which I'm going over next, I tried to use redstone torches to make this pool better lit underwater. It did not turn out as well as I was hoping. Oh well. I think once I finally explore the Nether, I'm going to have to put glowstone in those spots instead of my redstone torches. Maybe that'll better light the pool. I should build a structure here, but I don't know what to do with it yet. I've already got a workshop, I've already got a storage center. Maybe a firing range? That's all I can think of. Anyways, I have discovered that my big thing in Minecraft is, I think it's called terraforming. See, this spot from the pig to where I am to about that cliff used to be all water. And a fair amount of this pool stretch used to be water. I went and used all the dirt I dug up to fill this in, at least the top. I don't say the top, that's why there's this no swimming under the dock sign. So, enough about that. Also, speaking of my terraforming stuff, there used to be several sand islands here. I dug up all that sand. I must have gone through 24 stone shovels and a few iron ones. Now we have Area 5, where I did the crazy thing, and I built the house entirely out of glass. Well, almost entirely, because it turns out you can't put torches on glass, and I felt I needed to. So, there also turns out to be a mine shaft that I had to hand dig. And pretty much its only yield was redstone. Seriously. Also, some of the cacti from Area 3 got transplanted over here. When I need green wool, I'll know where to turn. And I'll bring you over to my current base, which is... You can probably see it in the distance, but I'm going to wait until I get closer to say anything about it. Alright, let's see. There's some sheep, but I'm not going to risk harvesting wool out here. I've actually got plenty of wool and plenty of string from cutting down spiders. And for when I dig the next mine, I should probably use more TNT dynamite like I did with the previous base, with Area 5. I got the thing started with dynamite. And here you have it. Now, there's Area 6, where I am right now. Just a simple wooden house for the moment. However, I plan to dig into this mountain. I know you can't see the whole thing, because it's dark. But we'll have fun with that in a minute. This bed, for some reasons, keeps giving me problems. I don't know if I just haven't lit it enough, or if I really need to put an underhang here. But yeah, somehow they can get through into the house with the doors closed. Now, before I go, one funny story. When digging the Area 5 mine shaft, which was the first almost complete artificial mine shaft that I've attempted, I wound up digging all the way to an underwater spot not far in the island. And I think I must have flooded the tunnel about 4 or 5 times, forcing me to go back and retrieve all my torches, until I got to the point where I had a safe spot up, and found out it was so close to my base it was not worth giving its own area. Anyways, that's about it for this video. I'm probably going to do one of these Minecraft updates a week at most. I don't want this to be the showstopper on my channel, although I know for some people it's going to be. I actually need to find a couple of good, really good solid areas to go to next for expansion bases. Once I get 7 and 8 up, then I'll start visiting the Nether, and maybe we'll get some real resources, because as far as I'm concerned, if you can conquer the Nether, you can conquer practically anything in Minecraft. So this is Frosty, signing out for now, and a new, more new stuff will be up soon. Take care, folks.